Hello, everybody. Hello. Thanks for being here today. Happy Friday. Happy July 2 and happy fifth day of our Sweet Honey in the Rock week. Here today with another fabulous singer from Sweet Honey as we talk about Sweet Honey and Juneteenth and lots more and sing glorious Sweet Honey songs and lots more. I'm super glad you've all joined today. Apologies to all of you if you were having website issues. It looks as though the server that actually handles, or the, client that actually handles us, had some major snafu nationwide, worldwide, I don't know. So our website's been a little wonky. And I hope you mostly all on Facebook Live. If you had trouble finding us today, I'm glad you're able to see it after the fact right here. So welcome everybody on Facebook Live. We're glad you're here today, and welcome of course to everybody in the room. A shout out to Rochelle Rice, who's singing with us today. Hello, Rochelle. And thank you so much to Aaron Geyer for running the tech today. Nice to see you, Aaron. And to everybody who's in the room today, Dally in Maryland, and kids, is that Amanda and Miles in Michigan, Wisconsin, Dan in Virginia, Al in New York, nice to see you. Sue, nice to see you coming in from Ohio. Isabel in Florida, Shari in New Hampshire, Carol in Connecticut, Sheila in Florida, Christiana and Bob in Maryland, Bob in Tucson, Doug in Vermont. Hello, Cricket, also coming in from Maryland. Nice to see you today. Caroline in DC, glad to have you back. And Kathleen in Albuquerque, hello. Lisa Eason in Indiana, nice to see you. And Jamie in Victoria, hello. Kate in Charlottesville, Annette in California, Gary in Mass, Luda in Victoria. I'm seeing lots of folks we haven't seen for the last couple of days. Glad to see you all. Janet in Georgia, hello. Kathy in New York, Mabel in Massachusetts with one cinnamon bear who's clearly in the mood to sing today. Phil in the UK, nice to see you today. And Aloysius in Massachusetts, Susan in Seattle, hello. Suzanne in Maryland, Becky, hello. And other folks off video today, Kachina and Jane and Gwen and Alan and Joni and others who still may be finding their way into the room. So glad that you're all here with us today. Thank you so much for joining to sing, and welcome again to our Sweet Honey in the Rock week in the Daily Antidote song as we approach August and our 500th day of singing together as a community. Woo, that alone deserves a deep breath. Let's all do it. Ready? Thank you. I am so super excited today to introduce Rochelle Rice, who is new to our room. We've been singing with a lot of Sweet Honey folks, Issei Barnwell since the first week we opened, and Carol Maylard and Louise Robinson on multiple different occasions, and Arne Batson pretty continuously since about halfway through. And today we're getting to meet Rochelle Rice, who is a current member of Sweet Honey in the Rock. And her bio is so beautiful and so eloquent. I'm just going to read it because I could never do any better than this. Walking a fine line between jazz and folk, award-winning singer-songwriter Rochelle Rice lives in between the cracks of hard and fast genre rules. As a singer steeped in the music of artists like Liz Wright, Joni Mitchell, and Carmen McRae, Rice's sound leans heavily on solid lyrics, jazz-influenced harmony, and soaring vocals. Her debut project, Wonder, from 2016, established her as a singer's singer with beautiful original songs, a sizzling quartet, and lush strings. Never one to shy away from self-examination and honesty, Rice released her roots music-tinged single, Mountains, in 2019, an autobiographical account of the artist's struggle with anxiety and depression and her journey to healing. Let's all give an enormous warm welcome to Rochelle Rice. Rochelle, we're so glad you're here.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. Oh, okay. Sorry, I don't know how the flow is, so I appreciate your grace as I'm all clunky and getting through this. It's so lovely to see all of your faces. It is warming my heart to look into the eyes of smiling people. I feel very close to you all. So thank you so much for having me, and thanks for allowing me to be a part of this community. So I'm going to sing a verse of the song we're going to share today, and then I'll teach you a little bit of it. And I feel like it's one you may already know. But this is a song that I lead with Sweet Honey. I'm on my way to Freedom Land. I'm on my way to Freedom Land. I'm on my way to Freedom Land. great God, I'm on my way. So I saw some lips moving, so I feel like we kind of know that a little bit. Can you just give me like a thumbs up if you know this song? I feel like this is a yes. Okay, good. Yes. And those of you who don't, that's all right, because I'm going to line it out right now. Joe, this is the time when I should line it out, right? Okay, good. All right. So this is a call and response style song. I sing the call and you respond. And as we know, some call and response songs, it's, I sing a line and then you repeat. And some, I sing a line and you sing something completely different. Well, we are in luck because this is one of the ones where you just repeat exactly what I say. And in the true Black American music fashion, I may sing it a little differently every time. And if you're feeling jazzy, you can copy me exactly, or you can stick to the melody that I'm going to teach you now. So I sing, I'm on my way, and you respond, I'm on my way, okay? And these are like the universal teacher hands for me, then you. So, I'm on my way to freedom land, to the freedom land. I'm on my way to the freedom land, to the freedom land. I'm on my way to the freedom land, to the freedom land. And then we join. I'm on my way, great God, I'm on my way. So I'll sing that again. I'm on my way, great God, I'm on my way. And sometimes I'll sing, I ask my mother, I ask my father. If you don't go, don't hinder me. We'll mix it up a little bit. Joe, do we do all of it now or do we wait? All of it now? Okay, good. All right. I'm fully immersed in Zoom singing land. And so in my head, I can hear all of your responses and all of your singing voices. Feel free to add harmony and some little embellishments. We are going to have a good fun. And I will just say, my favorite part of this song is, if you don't go, some people say, I'll go anyhow. But I like to sing, if you don't go, don't hinder me. Because I feel like you may not agree with what I have going on, but don't you dare hold me back from walking into my true destiny or walking into what I believe in. Okay? All right. So that's it.
When you sing the calls and the response, even as you're doing the whole song, it would probably be great if you can still do both parts.
Sure.
Yeah, great.
Whew, okay. All right. I got to get my lungs together today. That's all right, though. All right. Here we go. I'm starting. I'm on my way. It's my starting pitch. All right. 1, 2. I'm on my way to the freedom land, to the freedom land. I'm on my way to the freedom land, to the freedom land. I'm on my way to the freedom land, to the freedom land. I'm on my way, great God, I'm on my way. I asked my mother, come go with me, come go with me. I asked my father, come and go with me, come and go with me. I asked my family, come and go with me, come and go with me. I'm on my way, great God, I'm on my way. Okay, here's my favorite verse. If you don't go, don't hinder me, don't hinder me. If you don't go, don't hinder me, don't hinder me. If you don't go, don't hinder me, don't hinder me. I'm on my way, great God, I'm on my way. Ooh, one more. I'm on my way to the freedom land. Oh, I'm on my way to freedom land, to the freedom land. I'm on my way to the freedom land. I'm on my way, great God, I'm on my way. Nice job, everyone.
Woo! Rochelle, that was awesome. You have an amazing voice. And yes, so there's the little change up of the program, right? When you sing it on stage, you get to sing only one part of the call and the response.
Exactly.
Yeah, I bet you can't wait until we're singing in person again, too, where you get to actually hear all the respondees. It's fun in this way where you can see them responding and feel like you hear them, but the actual hearing of them, of course, we're all ready for that in so many ways.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So let's start actually by talking about that spectacular Juneteenth celebration that you released for your 2021 Juneteenth celebration. I saw someone popped in the chat that they watched. I think it was Luda popped in the chat. She watched and it was absolutely spectacular. It really was spectacular. I mean, it was such an incredible piece. And one of the things I love is that you didn't actually know when you were creating it that this Juneteenth was going to have an extra layer of celebration for becoming a federal holiday. Can you chat just a little bit about how you're feeling, how it was to work with it, anything?
Yeah, first of all, singing with the women of Sweet Honey in the Rock is like singing with my heroes right living, breathing right next to me. It's like somebody is dunking me in the history and the legacy and the love of generations upon generations of Black women who have prayed me to this point, brought me to this point, inspired me to this point. So to be able to do that for the past few years and then to have a deeper connection to the meaning of some of this music that I've grown up with, and have a deeper connection to holidays like Juneteenth, is even more special to me. I think that I'm so happy and proud that Juneteenth is a federal holiday. I'm so happy and proud because I know that there are people who dedicated their life to making sure that we all knew and know the history of Black people in this country. And I'm so grateful that I get to live during this time in history. And yet I still see like, that's nice, thank you, but where are reparations? That's nice, thank you, but where is police reform? That's nice, thank you, but where is the closing of the racial pay gap? So many different things. And to me, that is at the essence of Sweet Honey in the Rock, a group who for decades have been honoring the history and the legacy, and then also saying, but we need more, and we need more now. So to me, being able to celebrate Juneteenth with Sweet Honey, it was just like the perfect mix of honor and legacy and hope for the future.
That is a beautiful way of saying all of that. It is really amazing, that combination of legacy, honoring, power for change, right? And Sweet Honey has always been that. They've always been this like powerful traditional music ensemble and powerful activist ensemble at precisely the same moment. Because of course, a lot of that traditional music was activist music even when it was first being sung, right? So the whole way in which all that overlaps is completely beautiful. And it sounds a little bit like from what we were talking about before. I'm excited to talk about more of it now. It sounds like you also walk that line in your own life, the activism, hope music lines. Can you talk a little bit about your other projects?
Yeah, sure. So I was born and raised in England and to a Jamaican mother and my dad who's from Texas. And so my love for Black history, particularly Black American history, it is in me. I consider myself a Black American. I am a Black American woman. But I came to it a little late, to learning about it, to knowing about it, to being immersed in it. And I'm almost like grateful for that because every day I feel like I'm learning something new about myself. It's like discovering a gift. I come from a legacy of people who serve. My grandparents in England owned a nursing home for several years, and when they closed it and some of the family members didn't come to get their beloved loved ones, my grandparents took them in and cared for them through the end of their life. And there are countless stories like that within my family. So the desire to serve and to push the movement forward is so much a part of me, of who I am. And in recent years, I've really started unpacking and unraveling like who I am as a person and where I fit into this history. And what I've learned is there's just so many holes for women. There's so many holes in the type of wisdom that we pass down. I think as a society, we are so consumed by youth and what's happening next and what the young people are saying, which is extremely valuable. And so is turning 50 or 60 or 72 or 35. There's so much wisdom that I now have, and I want there to be a place where I can share that with wisdom. And so, I write, I perform. There's always a tinge of activism somewhere in my music. But this year, I'm working on a project called the Tell Her This Project. I'm starting a residency this year to further work. But it's an album and accompanying podcast. Actually, it's a podcast and accompanying album where I talk to women at various ages and who've experienced various, addiction, loss, depression, things that lots of different people experience, but from the perspective of like, what are the parts of this that nobody told you about that you're hoping to share with somebody else? And then I have this fabulous group of women songwriters who I respect and love and am so inspired by. And we are gathering together to write music in response to what we hear on the podcast interviews. So I'm looking forward to diving into this work. I think it's really important, albeit difficult and perhaps a bit painful, but I think it's really necessary. And if we've learned anything in this time of pandemic, it is that now is the time to tell our stories, to share our truths, to not be afraid, because we are not guaranteed that this year, tomorrow, or the very next minute will be here. So I'm taking that as my personal mission to be brave and tell my stories in my art.
That's great. Thank you. So I don't know about the other women in this room. Certainly that notion that like, even when you were listening really, really hard to your grandmother or to your mother, like even when you understood they had more wisdom than you did, you didn't always know which questions to ask. So my grandmother being gone, now that I'm in my 50s, I think now I know what questions I want to ask. Right. So if there were ways in which people were talking across the generations, women in this case, we're talking across the generations, there'd be potentially a place people could go to figure out what the questions were they even might want to ask. You can't see it ahead of when you get there sometimes. And so that's really beautiful. Yeah, I think when I was just saying your intro, there was something about, I think your 2019 release, that was your journey of healing. Can you talk about that a little bit? And then also sort of how that impacted you, because not that long after 2019, we were all in an extremely anxious and depressive sort of place. So can you tell us a little bit?
Yeah. So, interestingly enough, therapy and the concept of sitting down to talk to somebody about your issues has not been something that like I knew about or even growing up even considered. It was actually my husband who was, when I was telling him, I wake up like 5 or 6 times a night and I'm always afraid. And he's like, hey, that sounds like anxiety. Maybe you should go talk to somebody. And it hadn't even occurred to me that there was a word to describe that. I just thought that's just how it goes. So, after about 18 months in therapy, and I am like a huge advocate, everybody should be in therapy. Everybody. We should all be in therapy, and it should be free. It should be subsidized by the government, and we should all have therapists for our lives. So, spending those first 18 months in therapy, as I really just unraveled all of the things and really started to understand parts of my journey, it was overwhelming and beautiful and scary and traumatic in its own ways. Sometimes I think there were things that I just wasn't ready for. And um I mean, granted, I'm still in therapy and still doing all of that sort of work, but coming out of it and being able to like look back at those 18 months was kind of like a wow, like to see the spiritual work and just the therapeutic work and just to see where I was. It was almost like it's like I'd been in battle, and I coincidentally was with Sweet Honey. We were on the road and we happened to we were performing at a retreat that is up in the mountains in the Catskills. And they had this beautiful meditation garden. And I literally was in the mountains. The first line of the song is, "We went up to the mountains." And I was literally in the mountains, like so on the nose. But this song just came to me, that was sort of like telling a story, me talking to God, talking to myself about this journey that I'd been in. One of my favorite lines of the song says, I put my hands into the ground to till up all my shame. You bent down, kissed my filthy hands, put your clean face to mine, and said, "Breathe, pray, I love you, you're still mine." And that was kind of what I had to come to, that through all of these things, all of these challenges, one of my favorite scriptures in the Bible says, "In this life you will face challenges of many kinds, but fear not, I have overcome them all." So like through all of that, through all of these challenges, through all of these struggles, through all of these moments of deep self-loathing and triumph and victory, coming to the point that I am still kept, I am still held, still valuable, still loved, have so much to give, and not in spite of all that I've gone through, but because of all that I've gone through, that it is part of the journey that is so important for development. It is the reason that I am here, and I wouldn't trade any of it, any of the pain, for anything, because it has fortified me. And when we jumped into this pandemic, I went through another deep depression, as many people did. And true to form, I didn't really realize it until I was on the other side of it. And through therapy and prayer and using my tools and crying and sitting and doing all the things that we do, I'm just so grateful that I'm still here, that you are still here. In spite of how we woke up this morning, in spite of the tears we may have cried last night and the tears we might cry later today, we're here. We are here. We have made it to this moment. And for that, I feel so overwhelmingly grateful. And that's really what Mountains is about. That was a long way to say that, but that's what Mountains is about. Please go listen to it. It's on all the places, Spotify and YouTube and whatnot.
Great, thank you, Rochelle. Never mind the long way to say it. It was the perfect way to say it. I just went on an enormous emotional journey through everything you were just saying, and I was feeling or thinking of things we've said in this room a lot. Like, so in this room, we are all held. In this room, we are all seen. In this room, we are all loved for who we are, no matter what we've been through, no matter where we're going. And so I'm actually going to say, if we can just take a moment, because that was lovely and beautiful and heavy, and just take a moment and look at everybody in the room, and let's do the, like, this is for everybody in the room, hug and holding. Just take a second, smile at everybody or hug everybody, whatever it is you want to do, or make little hearts to everybody. Some folks are really good at that. Thank you, everybody. This has been a beautiful, beautiful journey with all of you. Another day in the Daily Antidote, on a very antidote-like day. And thank you, Rochelle, for all of that beauty. And it's funny because on the one hand, I was thinking we would talk, really specifically about the Juneteenth concert, which we've been doing every day in this room. And so in a funny way, I feel like we actually did just talk about it because there was so much of exactly that kind of depth content, like the holding, the being, the seeing. So I'm just going to switch over quickly to say, if you haven't seen it, there's lots more of what we just shared with Rochelle going on in it. And so I recommend it. I'm actually now on watch number 3. I really am addicted to this concert. I'm not sure exactly how or what it's hitting in me, but it's hitting beautifully and really hard. So Rochelle, let's see, if you're up for it, can we sing however much of the song you're willing to share again? And did we actually put your links in the chat yet for, or I guess I don't need to ask you, Aaron, links in the chat for finding out about Rochelle? Okay, and also if you find her song on YouTube, you can throw that into Rochelle. It's called
Mountains.
Mountains. Okay, thank you, Aaron, so much for that. And Rochelle, we're ready to sing with you again.
Awesome. Okay, I'm coming back to my Zoom screen. Okay. I'm so grateful for music and grateful for all of you. All right, so I'm going to attempt to sing both of these parts, but I feel like most of us have it. We're going to do it again the way that we started. Here we go. I'm on my way is where I'm going to start. 1, 2. I'm on my way to the freedom land. I'm on my way to the freedom land, to the freedom land. I'm on my way to freedom land. I'm on my way, great God, I'm on my way. Oh, I asked my mother, come and go with me, come go with me. I asked my father, come and go with me, come and go with me. I asked my family, come go with me. I'm on my way, great God, I'm on my way. If you don't go, don't hinder me, don't hinder me. If you don't go, don't hinder me, don't hinder me. If you don't go, don't hinder me. I'm on my way, great God, I'm on my way. Oh, I'm on my way to freedom land, to the freedom land. I'm on my way to freedom land, to the freedom land. I'm on my way to freedom land. I'm on my way, great God, I'm on my way. Nice job, everyone.
Woo! Thank you, Rochelle. That was tremendously beautiful. Thank you so much. Today has been a real journey, a lot of going on that we can carry with us for the rest of our day, not the least of which is that sort of seeing each other, that kindness, that love, and that action. Let's not forget the action part as much as possible. Think of something to do today to pass a little bit of kindness or a little bit of love to somebody who you think might be really needing it. Rochelle, I've been watching the chat, and it appears as if you have folks even self-described as new groupies. So I think it was a success. We really do hope we can sing with you again in here. Another shout out for the Sweet Honey Juneteenth 2021 celebration, available for one more day. Yeah, so make sure that you get your ticket and watch before the end of tomorrow night. So don't miss it. It's really just so lovely. Rochelle, I know you've got to get going, so we're all going to do a thank you and a goodbye to Rochelle. Great to see you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for being here, and we hope to see you again.
Bye.
And I'm going to say goodbye to everybody on Facebook Live. Ciao, everybody out there, and hope to see you tomorrow. Please join us for, let's see, we have 3 more days of Sweet Honey, 2 more days of Sweet Honey, and 1 day with many, many, many singers. And tomorrow with Aisha Khalil. So we look forward to singing with all of you out there again tomorrow. Bye-bye.